I'm Rajlakshmi, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I am handling the course on Farm Machinery and Power, and the course code is U18CFMP211. And the topic that we are going to discuss is on tractor, types of the types, and cost of tractors with attached implements. And tractor, which is a vehicle specially manufactured to deliver a torque which is at the lower speed, and it may be attached to a trailer machineries or any machineries which is used in agricultural, construction and industrial purposes. The tractor, which is defined as a combination of two words, one is traction and another one is motor. So normally, tractor which is used to design to pull the heavy loads for different farming tasks. And there are many agricultural operations which is performed by the farmer, and for each task, the necessary farming machineries and implements are developed. And there are tractors, and there are different types which can be classified based on this purposes which we are using for these tractors. One is utility tractor, compact tractor, row crop tractor, industrial tractor, garden tractor, and implement carrier tractor, earth moving tractor, autonomous tractor, military tractor, and two-wheel tractor. So based on the purposes that we are using the tractor, that can be classified in these different types. First one is we are going to discuss on utility tractor. So this is used for mainly farming operation, which is used for plowing and pulling the heavy implements. And if a farmer which cannot afford to buy any additional machines to perform this task, and utility tractors are very good. This is because they are having a certain horsepower ranges up to 45 to 140 HP, and multifunctional tractors which is used for these farming operations. And tractor which can be come up with the low to medium type engine and the pull to the heavy implements. So these tractors that are usually add the other equipments which like harvester, tiller, and threshers, and many more implements may be attached. So based on the utility that we are using, we can attach other equipments for this farming operation. So these are generally required the fuel such as one is gasoline or any diesel engine. And next, this is one is about utility tractor, and so normally it is used to perform this farming operation one. And next comes these compact tractors. So mainly it is used for used in vineyards and the fruit yards and the nut yards. So they are constructed in such a way that the user can sit comfortably, and they can choose the hanging fruits, or they can use to trim these trees. And the best advantage of this compact tractor is they can be adjusted in every space of this yard. So based on the space, we can space availability, we can compact these tractors. So compacted tractors are very smaller in size, and it can consume less fuel, and it is used to save our money also. Next comes, and this is the compact tractor. So it is very compact in shape. Based on our requirement, we can use this tractor. And the next one is row crop tractors, and it is used in the farms wherein farmers, they can be able to plant these crops in a row. And these tractors, which are also known as the all-round tractors, and they are used to perform the certain task which is need to do. And they are used for weed control operation, leveling operation, clubbing operation, harrowing, and pulling these seed drills. And they are used for many benefits like user friendly, and we can use this adequate row spacing, and we can comfortability driving these tractors, and they have certain greater ground clearance also, and we can able to adjust this steering mechanism very easily, and it can be easily attached to the other implements also. And the attachment and the detachment of this implement is very easy in case of these row crop tractors. So this is the row crop tractor. And next comes industrial tractor. It is mainly used for industrial purposes more than agricultural operation. So these tractors are known as tuggers, and these tractors is mostly used to pull the heavy loads, and it can be attached to the cranes, Mainly it is used to lift the heavy weights very easily. And they are different from very agricultural tractors. This is because they don't have any 3-point linkage mechanisms, and they have certain drawbars. They can come in the various models and various HP. So based on our requirement, we can be able to purchase these industrial tractors. So if you want to lift more heavy weights, so you can go for an higher HP. So based on our requirement, we can be able to choose these industrial tractors based on this capacity. And this one is an industrial tractor. So as you can able to see these images, this is used to lift these heavy loads. And this is also able to carry these heavy loads from one place to another also. And next comes is Gordon type tractors. So normally it is having an very smaller engine power range, which is up to 1 to 20 HP only. So it is normally very smaller in size, and normally it is used to cut the grass and making the flower beds in the gardens. And the wheel of these garden tractors, which is look like an scooters, and it is much thicker in the size. So until now, more than 100 types of these garden type tractors have been designed. So based on the requirement, or so certain modification has been made in these garden type tractors. So this one is a garden type tractor. So it is very compact in size, and it is having an very small engine power range, which is an ranges from 1 HP to 20 HP only. And next one is implement carrier tractors. This is used to carry and mount the different types of implements. Therefore, the frame for this front tires and the rear tire is always extended. So these implements, which can be mounted with this sprayers, drill, loaders, and rotary sweepers. So they are also come in different sizes and also in the different design. Then comes the implement carrier tractors. So implement carrier tractors means this can be attached with a certain implements. So for example, if you want to attach any threshing operated implement thresher with these tractors, so this one is known to be the implement carrier tractor. So earth moving tractors, and it is used in the construction quarries, dams works, and these tractors is used for lift these heavy and powerful loads, and they are come in both the tires and track types. So based on this road availability and based on this transport mechanism, we can choose these tractor types. So earth moving tractors are also lifesaver in these places. So these tractors, which is used to relocate and move these things in such a way that so it can be able to relocate in these things in this mud and also lumbers and rocks and any debris also present here. So there are 3 types of these earth moving tractors, and these include this following. First one is the bulldozer. So as you able to see this, the bulldozer, which is used to this is known to be the well travelers. This is because they don't have any tire type mechanism. They are having the chain type mechanism for this transport, and they contain a very large plate at the front only. So this is used to push the rocks and dirt. They can use to clear out this property which is located in the terrains. And normally they can have the complete tracks to maintain their balance while doing in the operations. So normally they have the certain tracks, and they can be able to balance their weight. So with these tracks. Next one is excavator. So this is mostly used for digging and demonetization. So if you want to demolish any implements or any cars, so this can be used by using these excavators. So normally it is used to lift the heavy implements and shovels and the dirt, and they consist of a large bucket arm which is attached to the cab, and that rotates, and their seat is also elevated, so that driver can get a greater view, and they can be able to see everything from their point of the view. And next one is backhoe loaders. So there are various, this is used to perform the various construction tasks, and from digging the holes and the breaking the asphalt. So these machine consist of this bucket, which is in the back for digging the shovels, and in front they can be adjusted based on their needs. And next one is autonomous type of tractors. They are normally driverless, and they are known to be the electrical tractors. and there can be controlled by using the mechanism which is known as artificial intelligence. So no need to have a driver, and these tractors should come in the wave of this future for any agricultural operation in the industrial industries, agricultural industries. So normally it can be attached with any GIS technologies or drone technologies, so that we can be able to view the whole agricultural field itself. And this is used to avoid the need of human operated tractors. And this can be able to control the unlimited tractor from a single point location. You can be able to control unlimited tractor at a time. So next one is a military tractor. Normally it is used for military purposes. It is known as to be the artillery tractors. So primary in 1970s. So it is used to move these guns and heavy military implements. So they are used to travel the varying difficult type of the terrain. So design of this military tractor, which is same as that of this civilian industrial tractors. And they can be manufactured like a reinforced tractor frames and undercarried frames in order to withstand these landmines and other explosive devices. So these tractors are designed with these amphibious or semi-amphibious capabilities. So next one is they can be able to travel on the tracks and wheels and also in the semi tracks also. So this is the image of this military tractors. So it is having a track type mechanism. Sorry, wheel type mechanism. Then the true wheel tractors, so it is a lighter in weight, and normally it is used for tilling, ploughing, and pulling the smaller implements such as harvesters, seeding equipments, or any trailers. So they are called walking or single axle or walking behind tractors. So normally these type of tractors which is used for small farms and the garden operation. The small and the gasoline engine which is usually power those three tractors, and one operator has to walk behind and while using these tractors. So this is the true wheel tractors, and normally this drive and the control mechanism, everything has to be handled by these operators only. Next comes, we are going to see about this cost analysis. So how we can able to calculate this cost of this tractor with any attached implements. So under this cost analysis, we can be able to calculate this, what is the cost which is incurred per hour of this operation of this tool or any implement or any machines. And the tool which is having the which need any human power to operate it, just like a sickle, so it cannot operate on the own mechanism. The machine, this is a whole powered body, so just like a harvesting implement, so everything can be done itself. And so this will give an idea about this, how much years which will be required to gain this payback period of this total investment. And the total cost of operation, which involves two costs, namely fixed cost and another one is variable cost. So fixed cost and the variable cost, which is known to be the operating cost. So fixed cost that won't vary, and the variable cost, it will vary during this operation of this implement. And the fixed cost which will refer to the machine ownership, and the cost which can be the occur regardless and whether the machine is used or not. So it includes the depreciation cost and the interest of investment, and next time taxes, insurance, and housing costs. So these are all costs which comes under the fixed cost. So it won't vary with respect to the time. The total investment that we have gained for the machine ownership, that won't vary. So if you purchase any implement, for example, if you purchased any scooter, means if you are to gain this ownership of this machine, you are investing certain cost that is known to be the fixed cost. And next one is variable cost. These are varies based on the amount or periods which is used. This is known to be the variable cost. This cost will vary based on the implement usage. So if you use these machineries, means that is known to be the, these costs also incurred only when the machine is used. And variable cost, which includes the repair and maintenance cost, the fuel and the lubricant cost, and servicing and the labor charges also. So first one is depreciation. So depreciation, which means the reduction of this reduction in the value of the machine with respect to the time. So as the time passes, so there may be certain damage which is incurred during this operation. So that is the reduction in the value of any machinery with respect to the time. So that can be calculated by using this formula. So first one is C, C which includes the depreciation cost. So which is in terms of rupees per hour. So with respect to the certain day, how much amount of the rupees that is depreciated, that can be calculated by using this D. And the C, which is defined as the initial cost of the machine, and S is which is defined as a salvage values. So normally it is taken as 10% of this initial machineries. So L, which is defined as the expected life period of this machine in terms of year. So H is defined as the number of working hours. So this one is known to be the fixed cost, and first one is we have seen about depreciation cost, and next one is the interest of investment. So for an interest of investment, it is defined as a legitimate cost. So it is normally calculated by using this formula: I is equal to A into I divided by 100 by H. So interest of an investment, which is in terms of rupees per hour. So A is defined as the average purchase price, and H is defined as the number of working hours per year. And I is defined as the rate of interest. So normally the rate of interest for this agricultural machineries is taken as 14%. So average purchase price, which is calculated by using this A, which is equal to C plus S but divided by 2. So A, so normally it is in terms of rupees only. So initial cost divided by salvage values. So if you take this average of these both two values, you can be able to calculate the average purchase price of this machine. And normally these salvage value, which will be taken as 10% of the total investment of the machines, which is in terms of rupees only. Next one is taxes, insurance, and housing. So sale tax and the road taxes can be classified, or else this can be distributed over this life of these machineries. So farm machineries is sometimes insured against a loss which can be happen during this theft or any damages. So due to any agricultural accidents also. So the actual amount of that can be paid or to be paid annually for this insurance and the annual taxes, and it should be charged. So normally it should be taken as 3% of this average cost. So then T, A, I, and H. So which is calculated by using this taxes, insurance, and housing taxes, and this can also be housing charges. This can be calculated by using this 3 into A divided by 100 into H. So H is the number of working hours, A is the average price. And the total fixed cost, which is defined as the sum of this depreciation cost and the interest of the investment and tractor and taxes, insurance, and the housing charges also. So if you want to calculate the total fixed cost, you have to sum up these values also. And this next one is about variable cost. So it is defined first. So under these variable costs, the repair and maintenance cost will be there. So repair and maintenance cost, which will be calculated as 10% of the initial cost of this machine. Normally, this can be calculated by using this formula 10 into C divided by 100 into H. So where C is the initial cost and H is the number of working hours per year. Then, so as we told earlier, so these variable costs, which will varies based on the machine usage. So that's why they have mentioned it in terms of hours only. And the fuel consumption, which is depends upon the size of the power unit and how much hours you have worked these machineries. So actual the fuel consumption, which is calculated in terms of fuel cost only. Then the quantity of the fuel which is consumed per hour, which is calculated in terms of, so per hour, how much amount of the fuel which is consumed. If you multiply with these, the cost of this fuel, you can able to calculate this variable cost or else fuel cost. And then lubricating oil cost, normally it will be taken as 3% of the fuel cost, and the oil cost, which can be calculated by using this formula 3 by 100 into quantity of the fuel which is consumed in terms of liter per hour, and the cost of the fuel in terms of rupees per liter. And the operator cost. So in order to perform this work, the actual number of operators to be engaged in order to carry out any operation, and the calculation of this known to be the calculation of operating cost, and the prevailing rate of these wages that can be adopted for the calculation, which can be calculated by using this operator cost, which is in terms of rupees per hour, which is equal to number of persons which is engaged into wages per day divided by 8. And the total variable cost, which is defined as the sum of the repair and maintenance cost and the fuel cost and the oil cost and the operating charges itself. So if you sum up these terms, you can able to calculate this total variable cost. And the total cost of this machine per unit time, which is in terms of rupees per hour, which is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So if you want to calculate the total cost of operation of this machine per unit area, which can be calculated by using this total cost of operation of this machinery. So if you divide it by the field capacity, you can able to the total calculate this total cost of operation of this machine per unit area, which is calculated in terms of rupees per hectare. And let me discuss a problem which is they have given it. So normally the initial cost of a tractor is about 3 lakhs. So for 3 lakhs, we have purchased one 35 HP tractors, and it is expected to work for 10 years. And in a year, the farmer uses for the 1,000 hours. Then, which is he have purchased a 11-time cultivator in order to attach with this tractor itself, and the times which is placed at 20 centimeter apart, and the cost of this cultivator is around 12,000, and the tractor which is able to consume the 3 liters of diesel, and while plugging it with the cultivator, and the life of this cultivator is around 10 years, and the farmer use cultivator for around 400 hours, and the cultivator speed which will be around 4 kilometer per hour, and the cost of ploughing, which is in terms of 1 hectare of the land with the cultivator. So then we know this formula which is used for this to calculate this depreciation cost. So we know the initial cost and the salvage value. Normally it will be taken place at the it will be taken as 10% of the machine, and the expected life which we also know, and the number of working hours that also know. So if you multiply it with the these terms, and if you substitute these terms, you can able to calculate this depreciation cost. Next one is the interest. We can able to calculate the average purchase price, which is the average of these initial cost plus salvage values of the machine, and R is the rate of the I is the rate of the interest, and if you divided it by 100 into the number of working hours, you can able to calculate the interest, that is in terms of rupees 23.1. And next we are calculating these taxes, insurance and housing taxes, housing charges. Normally 3 into A, which is the average purchase price, and the number of working hours that we also know. Then we can able to calculate these taxes also. So if you add up these charges, which is comes the total fixed cost. So next comes the repair and maintenance cost. So repair and maintenance cost, which will be around 10 into C divided by 100 into H. So C is the initial cost and N is the number of working, sorry, H is the number of working hours. So those two terms we also know. So if you substitute these terms, we can able to calculate this repair and maintenance cost also. Next comes the fuel consumption charge, fuel cost. So which depends upon the quantity of the fuel and cost of this fuel consumed, and the cost of the fuel consumed, and if you multiply these two terms, we can able to calculate this fuel cost, which will be around 135 rupees per liter. And next comes the cost, variable cost, lubrication oil cost, and normally it will be taken as a 3% of this fuel cost, and this can also able to be calculated. And the operator cost. So in order to perform the certain works, actual number of operators which is engaged for carrying out this operation should also calculated for this operating charges. So normally operating charges, which will be calculated as number of person engaged into wages per day divided by 8. So if you substitute these terms, and we can able to calculate this operating cost also. So in order to calculate this total variable cost, we have to sum up these three terms, and we can able to calculate this total variable cost, which will be around 235 rupees per hour. So normally total variable cost, which will be cost around 235 rupees per hour. Then if you want to calculate the cost of operation of the tractor, then you have to sum up the total fixed cost and the total variable cost. So total fixed cost, which will be around 55 rupees per hour, and total variable cost, which will be around rupees 235 rupees per hour. Then the total cost of operation of a tractor, which will be sum up around 290.05 rupees per hour. So for an operating a tractor, which will 35 HP tractor, so the normal cost of operation per hour, which will be around rupees 290. So this is how we can able to calculate this cost of operation for the tractor, which will be attached with the 11 times cultivator. Then so how we are calculating these costs, which will be around, so the C value they have given it around 12,000, and normally the S value, salvage value, which will be calculated as 10% of the cost of this tractor, and the lifetime, which will be around 10 years, and H will be normal operating hours, that is the working hours of the tractor, which will be around rupees 400 400 hours per year. So normally the depreciation cost, which will be calculated by, if you multiply if you subtract C minus S, then you have to divide it with the L, which will be 10 into 400. So normally these if you done this calculation, you can able to calculate this depreciation cost. So per hour, if you work these tractors per hour, it will be depriced, or the value will be decreased to 2 rupees, so 2.7. Then we have to calculate the interest of investment. So it will be calculated, they have given the average cost, which will be around 12,000, and average cost and the salvage value. So if you have to average these two terms, you can able to calculate the average cost of the implement, which will be around rupees 6,600 per 6,600 per hour. And then you have to calculate this interest of investment. So that's if you have to multiply it with the 60,000 and the 14%, which is the rate of the investment, and then you have to multiply it with the 400, which is in terms of rupees 2.31 per hour. So then the tractor taxes, insurance, and housing charges, that will be calculated as, so 3 by 100 into that average cost and the cost of the fuel. So that will be around, working hours, number of working hours. So that will be around 0.495 rupees per hour. So this is the way how you can able to calculate this tractors, taxes, insurance, housing charges. So then the total fixed cost, which will be the sum of these three terms. First, depreciation cost and interest of investment cost, and another one is the taxes, insurance, and housing charges. So that will be the total fixed cost will be, so for per hour, the tractors will charge around 5.51. So that is the fixed cost value. So that won't vary with respect to the time. This is because it will not depends upon the working hours of the tractor, or else it will not depends upon the whether tractor is in working condition or not. And next comes the repair maintenance charges. So that will be calculated as 10 into 12,000 divided by 100 into 400. So this is the number of working hours, and this is the 10%, and 12,000, this is the cost. So if you calculate the cost of this fuel, cost of this tractor, and normally it will be calculated as rupees 3.5 per hour. So per hour, the repair and the maintenance charges, that will be charged around rupees 3. And then comes lubricating oil cost, so that won't be taken in the consideration, and the operating cost that also not be taken in the consideration. So total variable cost, which will be rupees 3 per hour. So for a cost of operation of an implement, you have to sum up with these two terms. That is, the one is the total fixed cost and the total variable cost. So 5.51 plus 3. So which will be around 8.51 rupees. So the cost of operation for the tractor, which this attached implement will be around. So why we have, so which will be around sum upping of these two terms. So you may have a doubt that why you have not included the operating oil cost and the operator cost. So this is because we are calculating these charges for this tractor with these 11 times cultivator. So cultivator that won't offer any lubricating oil costs, so that may be around minimum, so that has not taken in the consideration. Then the operator cost, that also not be included. This is because, so these operator cost and the operating costs that also charged with these tractors only, so that won't depends upon these tractors with these attached implements. Then the total variable cost will, for an attached implement, that can be calculated with the repair and the maintenance charge only. So that so these are all the terms that you have to note it down while you are calculating any charges, or if you are calculating any cost for an tractor with these attached implements. So then total fixed cost and the variable cost that has been summed up, and the cost of this operation of this implement, that tractor with the attached implement. So these 290, which will be the cost of operation of this tractor, and plus this one. So if you sum up these terms, you can able to calculate the cost of operation of this tractor with this attached implement. So for an operation of this tractor with the attached implement, it may be charged around, so per hour it might be charged around 300 rupees or 298.55 rupees. So this is a way how you can able to calculate this cost of this tractor with these attached implement. Thank you.